room.
Banger, new intro. Yeah.
I was going to say, I don't ever remember seeing that one.
You know what? If I cared to put that much effort in my intro, people would stick around and not fast forward the intro.
Well,
I
hello.
know you guys are doing it.
Welcome to the first ever episode of Recover, Restore, Renew Mental Health Pod. Okay. I have my dear friends, Zod and PB here. We are going to dive into K-pop Demon Hunter because I love this movie. I'm the only one here that does, but it's fine.
Well, I've never seen it.
So
I want to do my position here really quick because I know I got so much shit on my review for it. Okay, so let me just clear this up, even though there's going to be some people who are going to say, "Oh, you fucking hate it," because nowadays everything's black and white. Speaking of mental health, no, people, I could be in the middle. I don't dislike it. It's just not my preferred animation style. I respect the themes, and I even gave it a strong score of a 7. I liked the aesthetics. I liked the story, the song. I got the soundtrack on the music store for because I'm a premium subscriber for YouTube, so I got the soundtrack for it. And I'll tell you, there's some bangers on there. Like the soundtrack is,
I'm gonna be over here like.
The soundtrack's got some bangers on it. It's just, I don't know. We were talking about this earlier before you went on. It's not just the animation style, but it's something within the story. And I think whenever we get to it, I'll get to it. There were just some things that I wish were explored. And surprise, surprise, they're doing a K-pop universe now. There's going to be a Demon Hunters 2 and all that. So, I'll be glad to hear the lore, but I was more interested in the lore as opposed to the story they were telling.
Mm-hmm.
Like, none of the characters were particularly bad. They all had good arcs. It's just, I was more intrigued by the world than I was by the premise of this story. So that's where I kind of landed with it's okay. I was expecting, because of the hype train around this, and maybe that's my fault, I was expecting it was going to be this, like, they turned it on and it blew me away, and I was like, it's okay. It's all right. So I don't hate it. And it was funny because when I gave that review, people were like, why are you uncultured? I go, look, I like Into the Spider-Verse. Look at my Spider-Man shirt. I like shit like this. I watch anime. Like, this is my wheelhouse. I watch K-dramas. I went down that rabbit hole for months. There's some on my channel. But this particular thing and the Korean art style in particular doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't trip my buttons, okay? So, all right, glad everyone loved it. Fuck.
So, speaking of K-dramas, so I learned that there is a song in here from Business Proposal. Have you seen Business Proposal?
I have
What
not.
the heck is that?
So Business Proposal, so apparently the voice actor for one of the characters in here, he is actually the lead actor in a K-drama called Business Proposal. And so there's this scene, which is a complete, like, a cliche K-drama moment. And I learned that it's actually basically satire of that scene. And the reason why they put it in here is because of the actor. He plays the person in the show. So I need to watch Business Proposal because people are ranting and raving about it. And so maybe that'll be our next reaction because
Are you saying Portal?
Proposal. It's a Netflix
Oh,
drama.
Business Proposal. It's a K-drama. All right.
Oh, okay. I know who. Okay, sorry if I butcher his name. And I know Park Sun Ho. He's wrote a lot of good K dramas. Oh wow, I knew him because he wrote one of my favorites on the show. If you haven't seen it, drama I personally love called Hierarchy, which was one of my
All right. So
favorites. So yeah, okay.
So
yeah, I know this actor. I've seen him on other K dramas.
I know, I'm excited. So PB, what
you know
are
an
your
actor in the anime?
Oh, go ahead.
My expectations. I mean, I guess I read the little blurb when I looked up what it was, and I was like, okay, obviously animated. And they said that it was like a musical, so I expect there to be a fair amount of singing. I mean, it's called K-pop. But then when I just clicked on it on Netflix, it said it's a sing-along for children?
Oh, you don't want the sing along version?
No.
You want just a movie. They did the sing along version for people who like the
Oh.
songs.
You got to pull it up
Well,
again.
maybe I'm on the wrong one then. I just clicked on what was on the main screen.
Oh, wait,
no, I was on the right one. It says no at the top. At the top, it says "Sing-Along Edition" also available. So I don't.
Oh, okay. No, yeah.
All right.
Just don't hit the sing along edition. That you'll be in a whole new world.
A whole new world. All right. So let's see. I don't know what this is doing. All right. So everybody ready?
Yes. Which, by the way, under your post, did you put your channel for people to go to? Because I just see a bunch of these tags.
Might not have. Let me see. That was probably when I was like rushing, so maybe I should probably do that. Hold on.
Yeah, that way I can retweet it.
Here, we'll see if it keeps me on the screen when I go to share it right now.
Okay.
There we go.
Boom.
Okay, that way I
I
can
still hear you for the moment. Move faster, YouTube, you fucker.
I'm retweeting.
I do have a couple spots. I didn't get very far in my research while I was getting ready to stop and talk about stuff. But if you guys want to stop at any point, let me know.
We tend to talk in the middle. Hopefully that doesn't annoy you, but I've already seen it, so.
Yeah, I've already seen it too, so you just let us know, PB.
Let you know if it's good or if it's bad.
If it's bothering you that we're chatting and laughing and doing all the things.
Oh, I mean, I have my earbud in one ear and I have it pulled out of the other one, so I feel like I shouldn't have a problem hearing the movie.
Okay, cool. I'm ready to hit play whenever you guys are.
All right. I guess 3, 2, 1, and go. All right. It didn't kick me so far.
Does anybody love that noise of the Netflix bong?
I do. Every time I'm like,
it's pretty good.
You know, Sony.
Sony's is a little underwhelming.
No, Sony's having a year. I'm sorry, Sony is doing
I'm just talking about the noise that it made when the frickin' symbol came up on the screen, guys.
Okay, I'm
Come
talking
on.
about financially. They have
Why
like
is Sony doing so great? These people look like they're having a great time.
This reminds me of the Taylor Swift concert I'm still yet to go to.
Are you going to a Taylor Swift concert?
Just so everybody who knows, because we
Whoa,
preface
whoa,
this
whoa!
when
Did you not hear my question? I asked if you're going to a Taylor Swift concert.
Yes, one day. I'm also gonna marry her when I
Why?
take out her future.
One day.
Just so everybody knows, if you want to follow along, pull up your Netflix. We're on 138:20. We can't show it for obvious reasons. If you're here on YouTube, you already know, because Sony and the Netflix suck. So, did I tell you? I put a picture in my thumbnail of a show, and I had to change the picture because it got flagged a fucking still image. It's getting bad out here.
Really?
YouTube's whatever their filter is out of control.
Every generation. How long has K-pop been going on?
It's supposed to be music in general. Gosh. She said duty.
At least she didn't say that duty falls on you.
That's gonna be how big my worldwide.
Wait, how do you pronounce the name of their band?
Huntrix.
Huntrix?
Yeah, you know.
That is ridiculous.
Where you
Dude,
at?
pop is ridiculous. They do nail that.
Yes.
Dude, Lady Gaga wore a meat suit to the fucking Oscars.
Yeah, but that's not a. It's not a bag. Who wore a bag? She was wearing a bag of fluff.
You know, I'm not particularly sure. Jay, you can tell me. Wasn't there an event or an Oscar or something where someone did wear that equivalent at some point? I remember something like that.
Yeah. So
it's been done.
the voice actor that plays Mira, she actually just went to the Emmys wearing cosplaying as her character in this movie with the sleeping bag as part of her costume.
I tell you, there's legitimately ridiculous reporters who are like, "Girl, you are just working that. Let me tell you." I don't understand this world.
Well, it's nothing is as ridiculous as that dress that Kanye's girlfriend was wearing.
Mm-hmm. I'm at 136.06. Where are you guys at? I'm pausing.
You paused it?
Mm-hmm.
I paused it at 135.40.
I'm at 135.43.
Can you guys hear mine as it's playing?
No.
Okay, because I can hear your guys's. So that's why I was
Wait,
asking.
so how far in are you?
I'm just at 136.06. So I'm only like a little bit ahead of you guys.
Oh, so. You could probably hear
what is the front number on your bar? Mine's 353. Does it not tell you how?
Mine.
You're at 250?
I'm at 337.
What, and Zod's at 356?
I'm only going by this little thing here, the play thing. It says.
Okay, well, I don't like doing how much time is left because then I got to do the math in reverse, and it's confusing.
I don't know what metric you're fucking doing it by.
By how far into what? Okay, what the timestamp on the movie? Like as you watch through it, goes 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute, and
mine says 135.40.
No, it's. He's frustrated me, Jackie.
That's okay.
1 hour, 35 minutes, and 40 seconds.
No, that's the time left. That's not the timestamp. That is the time left.
No, I was just wondering if you guys could hear mine because when I pause mine, I can hear yours, and so I just didn't know if it was translating over to your guys's. That's why I was asking. But anyway.
Oh
no, I figured that you'd be able to hear mine a little bit because it's playing on the TV.
Yeah, and mine is actually playing on the computer, so you could probably hear it through the speaker.
Mine too. That's why I was asking. Okay.
So no, we're good.
All right, cool. So I am looking at Bobby holding his phone, staring at the plane.
I am looking at purple hair girl eating.
Okay.
I'm looking at a lady who's in a plane holding a cup of or a pot of coffee.
Okay, so I'll go back because I'm ahead of you guys, I think.
You gotta go back 3 seconds to catch up to me, and then she has to play it for 16 seconds
Yeah.
to catch up to us.
So you guys, you're at the pot of coffee. So
The K-pop of coffee.
yeah. All right. Good.
Okay, she just picked up her phone and I paused it.
At what time?
1:35:16.
Holy shit, guys! Stop playing. You played it like 30 seconds forward.
No.
I went 30 seconds back. I was actually 60 seconds ahead of you guys.
So anyway, it doesn't matter. So, what do you think of the lore so far? Like the generations and the demons and the Han Moon and all of that stuff. I think that is fascinating. And there's this fan theory. The reason why I think it's fascinating is there's this fan theory that everybody's like making canon that in 2012 Gangnam Style was to protect the Han Moon. And that's the only reason why I'm bringing it up.
So like he,
I
what's
can
his
totally
face
get
was a
behind.
demon hunter in 2012.
Yeah.
There's no way
Oh.
he should still be popular, and he is. So definitely, I'm pegging he's a demon hunter.
What do you mean? That song is amazing.
What have
Hey,
you heard the
sexy
follow up?
ladies.
No, you haven't. I have.
You
because I
can't
looked at
follow up on perfection, guy.
Honestly, like I haven't heard since that song, I haven't heard anything from him at all.
Yeah, he stopped this generation's honeymoon. So
What about way back in the day on American Idol, William Hung? Was he Korean?
he might be part of the demons. I don't know.
Because I just watched Peacemaker episode 4, so like Korea is definitely one of those places where Chinamen come from.
Wow, do you know how fucking racist you are? There is a huge difference
Michael Rutgers'
between
character is ridiculous in that show.
and Chinese. There's like, I don't know if you knew, but there's a difference between Koreans and the Chinese and Japanese with their culture.
No, but in the show he
language,
goes,
fucking
"Isn't
food."
Vietnam one of them places where Chinamen come from?"
So, Jay, how does it feel to have your first racist statements here in the?
What do you mean?
It's supposed to be a mental health podcast.
Hello, folks. We're doing a mental health podcast.
Okay. But for real though, but no, that's why I was bringing it up because I thought it was really interesting. The way that they crafted that whole lore with the generations of music and stuff like that.
Well, I'm always a big fan
favorite
of the
movie.
little setup at the beginning of the movie that lets you know where you stand without spending frickin' half an hour on it.
Right. And I think that's one of the things I like about the writing in this movie is everything is so fast paced that like I don't have time to get confused.
There's good writing, which just probably brings us back to what we do. There's a difference between writing quick and concise, but being very sharp with details that you know will intrigue your viewer and keep them interested, as opposed to doing quick writing that is filled with convenience. And one thing I do have to give this, which I did say in my review, is I like the fact that at no point does it take me out of this because of something they put in for the sake of time. This is a hour and a half. We don't get very many of these, which I'm appreciative of, because with all the shit I watch, a 2-hour movie is tough enough going through once, but having to do it again to break stuff down. So it's nice when we get these quick hour and a half and they're very boom, boom, boom. This is what's happening. They throw you right in. You'll figure it out.
All right. Anything to add, PB? Are you good? Ready to play?
Oh, I'm good.
All right, let's go. That's going to be like me when I go to my book signing. Or you, George. Still waiting on that book, George.
We're going to be waiting forever. Why is she feeding the plant coffee?
Look, when you're not here.
Oh, okay, now it's dead. That's good.
Sorry, my love. I know. I can hear our neighbors from upstairs. They can deal with me for an hour. Yeah, we're watching K-pop Demon Hunters. In case you guys don't know, that's my beautiful future wife, the bitchy one. We're not watching it on the YouTubes. We're just talking.
Are these girls terrifying? Why, like, it's a huge problem to fuck with snack time. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Oh.
Here we go.
Like I said, bangers.
They look like the Monstars. Wait, do they always sing when they fight the demons?
For the most part.
Okay. So you can't start fighting the demons until after you start writing your own songs?
What?
So you can't start fighting demons until you start writing your own songs?
Watch along. He's watching it as we're talking about it.
They're all like freestyling.
Are these real weapons or are these magical things that just appeared out of nowhere?
Both?
They're magic.
Both? Oof, oof. He's going to be nervous there for a moment. Wait, is that
Hopefully
how Koreans eat noodles?
The YouTubes can't pick up my thing.
Did you see how them Korean girls ate those noodles?
Yep. I wouldn't be sacrificing my ramen either.
Yeah, but they ate the whole container in like 3 seconds.
I know. I have a lot of questions. I'm like, do y'all sleep? Do y'all go to the bathroom? Do y'all like? How does?
I don't think living the superstar life they get much sleep. Yes, look.
No, they just killed these demons in front of everyone.
Yep. What costume?
We did that dance in the 90s.
I mean, and I thought that Katy Perry had an impressive entrance at the Super Bowl, but that was pretty good.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. This soundtrack has some bangers on it.
Her voice, man. Ugh.
So, are the voice actors for the singers also singers, or how's that work?
I think so I think 2 of them are members of the band Twice, which is a K-pop band, and then one of them her name is EJ, and she is actually the one that wrote the entire thing. And she trained as an idol. From my research, she trained as an idol, but she never took off either as a solo artist or as part of a group. She aged out of the program, because she was 25.
Well, yeah,
that's old. Jesus.
And so then she wrote this show, and then she tried to get somebody to make this, nobody made it, and then finally she found somebody that created it, and she decided to like record it herself, like everything. And then when they actually picked it up, they were like, oh my god, you did such a good job, you should just be the singing voice for Rumi. And so yeah.
What,
But that's
what kind of Sauron fire is this?
I gotta catch up to you.
I like the dude with the hat.
Oh, Genio. Oh, his voice. I will say the voice actors in this, good little earworms. Love it.
Demons cry?
Apparently.
Yeah, man, they're in hell. It's got to be a depressing place. I don't know.
They
I'll let
didn't
you know.
look like they were in hell. They looked like they were immediately under the bricks on the street.
That is hell, PB. God, metaphors. This guy.
It wasn't a metaphor. I physically saw it. Unless you're telling me this whole thing is a dream. But I don't see how it could be a dream after we were just talking about Gangnam Style.
This might actually be true historical lore.
Exactly.
Dude, that's what we need to do. We need to strike poses. That's what we're missing on our channel. Well, PB's got his pose superimposed.
What did I do?
You already got your pose with the lightsaber.
Well, yeah, it's bitching. And it's not a
Coming up,
lightsaber. It is
Gauntlet.
an infinity saber, dickhead.
Yes, I'm sorry. Gosh.
It's got all the infinity stones around the handle.
I know. That's why I said a saber coming out of the Infinity Gauntlet.
Going through the Stargate. Somebody make that movie.
They did. With one of the greatest actors of all time, Kurt Russell.
No. Kurt Russell didn't have a lightsaber. I want a Stargate in Star Wars.
Good luck. Kathleen Kennedy's still in charge, so that won't happen. Or if it does, it'll be a.
I was going to make a very dark joke, but I will not.
Yeah, not on my mental health podcast, please.
I'll try not to.
Yeah, keep the darkness.
That's hilarious. The special effects looked amazing.
See, I don't know why. It's the aesthetics, and it's not so much the background. It's the characters themselves that I just can't get into the vibe.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, because I love Into the Spider-Verse, and they do some wild animation in that. But, like, some of it kind of feels like, especially those background models, it feels plasticky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I can see it. Yeah. Vacation.
I mean, I'm not going to lie, when they do the little wide shots, it reminds me of Robot Chicken.
Yes. Yes. That's very... Only with...
Like, you almost get the stop motion effect.
Dude, this guy needs a girl. Or a guy. We don't discriminate here.
Oh my god, she looks like she's got the smile virus.
Dude, just think that's canon. Maybe we all have a few days before we're smiling like the Joker. See, this is my other thing too. With the music, I've just gotten burnt out, and it's because I saw Wicked. By the way, nobody see that movie. It's not a bad movie, so don't come at me.
The movie Wicked?
In the theater. I'm just tired of the breaking up and having large chunks and then coming back to it. Like,
Mhm.
I missed the like one or two like highlight songs.
Yeah.
To be fair, this does market itself as a musical drama, so that's on me. We should have had Justin watch this. We know how much he loves musicals. That's like his thing.
Yeah. I know.
Dude, how do you hate Grease?
Is
What
this hold on a second? Is this supposed to be a music video they're making right now?
Yes. So they just released. So Rumi just released their new single when they were supposed to be on vacation, and so this is like their new music video, quote unquote, that they set out. And so now they're promoting their new music video, their new single, and stuff like that. So,
But they were supposed to have a break.
right, which is actually this is a good place to pause and talk about.
Okay, let's everybody pause. Probably
You gotta pause mid-song?
Well, we can wait till the end of the song if you want.
I paused it.
Oh, my bad. So
it's too late. We're committed.
So we're gonna go into it in a little bit, obviously. But
Okay, quick question. Are all of these songs real songs by some real band? Or are they just for the movie?
They were just for the movie, but they have now
Okay.
taken over the world by storm, and they are actually top Billboard hits right now. Almost all of them.
Good, because the Billboard was looking kind of anemic. Nobody likes the new Katy Perry song. I don't care. Come at me. It's terrible.
I don't think I heard it.
I don't like her music anyway. Sorry.
Oh no, I like.
I
old
mean,
school.
Katy Perry is one of those artists that you can just enjoy on mute.
True.
Sorry, hold on. I just got a text. Give me 1 second.
And she's got the greatest performance of all time with Left Shark.
Yes, that's fine.
Left Shark was amazing.
So there's only a handful of Katy Perry songs that I like, but anyway, doesn't matter. We're not talking about that. But the overworking and running away from problems thing. So I know a lot of this movie is aimed towards like the whole K-pop culture as well, which I know nothing about, and I'm learning about the more I research it. Is a lot of K-pop, from what I gather, I don't know if it's true, but a lot of K-pop artists apparently don't get a lot of rest, apparently, and so that's one of the biggest things this movie kind of shines a light on. Is even though there's reasons that we'll get into later, but it kind of shines a light on like overworking and just like having that over ambitious soul that you just have to keep going. And eventually I want to do a Hamilton reaction, because Alexander Hamilton had the same problem where it's never enough. You're constantly pushing yourself to get through. And one of the reasons why I wanted to start this podcast is to try and help people learn how to slow down. And I don't know if either of you have this problem where you're constantly in fight or flight mode, you're constantly in survival mode, and you're trying to just get to that next bill and pay off that next credit card, pay off that next thing. And you're just constantly in this cycle where you're exhausting yourself and you're burning yourself out and you're just frying yourself. And I don't know how other people have those things, but for me, I have to remind myself that it all can wait. I have to remember that laundry basket, laundry's one of those things that's never going to be done. It's going to be something that you're going to do every day. Those dishes, it's going to be something that you're going to have to do every single day. And one of the things for me personally, and why I wanted to start this podcast, was I had a lot of childhood trauma that I didn't realize I had. And a lot of that took form in, I have 3 children, and I had to realize that my children need to have space to be children and make messes.
What, were you not a messy child?
My mother was a neat freak, and she cleaned constantly. Before she went back to work, she spent her day cleaning the house from top to bottom. Our house was spotless and immaculate. I was a bedroom kid. And so
Wait, so she was more of a clean freak than a neat freak, because I would say that
Yeah.
of my two parents. My dad was a neat freak, but he wasn't necessarily a clean freak.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't out there doing dusting every day or every other day or whatever. But, like, there was never clutter around in his area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But then downstairs, it was fully cluttered. Not to mention, in the laundry room, I want to say there used to be a, like, maybe 2.5 foot by 6 foot table that was down there, like a folding table type thing.
Yeah.
And there were already so many clothes down there that you couldn't see the table. It just looked like a pyramid of clothes.
Yep.
My
But there were 6 of us in the house. So I can see how laundry is an everyday thing when you have 3 children.
Yeah.
yeah, my mom is like OCD. So it's like you put a cup down and it disappears if it's there too long type stuff. PB, you know.
Yeah, I only ever been to her place like twice, but like everything has a spot there.
Everything has a spot, everything has a place. Like sometimes just to mess whatever, I would move something. Just hopefully she doesn't she doesn't watch podcasts, thank God. But yeah, I would move something just to mess with her. And it was one of those things. It's like you move something, she wouldn't find it for a week.
Mhm.
But it's like everything has to have a place. So I know that, and I know certainly around our drugs we do procrastinate into stuff. And to get to your point, yeah, especially I didn't notice the whole not having time thing until I started writing because if you guys don't know and are new, I do have my own channel and I do entertainment. And when there's so much, especially now,
Yep.
it's hard enough trying to keep up with that. But then add on to having to also go to work and then also having to make space to write, it does become overbearing because I also have a lot of things I like to do on my free time as well. The new Borderlands just came out. I was playing that and probably should have been doing more pages. God, sorry, editor. But it was a big release. But see, I took that time, even though I probably can't really afford to. I got like a couple of months to get a rough draft going for them to see. And yeah, I understand the when you when you get extra obligations, it becomes a juggling thing. And I wanted to add, because I did a lot of research into the K-pop scene
I
because
don't
there's a
want
few.
to do arithmetic. What are you adding?
Not only are they overworked, but from how I hear it too, they're not really paid that well. They are in a society that tends to like to do a lot of censorship.
Well, yeah,
So
it's
you have all of
communist
that.
over there.
And this doesn't just translate to one, we'll say Asian culture, because I read a lot of manga and anime, and the same thing. Some of these anime people or manga writers, they get no breaks. They get sick. They've got to work through it because that next issue has to come out, and you have a deadline. And I'm sure you know because we're both in writing. Deadline's a deadline. You don't make the deadline. They don't give a shit what the reason is.
Well, yeah, that's why Santa Claus doesn't give any breaks.
Oh yeah, Santa doesn't go. Well, we're gonna skip this year because Miss Claus is not feeling well. You just got, you just kind of got to do it. And I've never had a deadline before, so I'm sitting there on the edge, going, "Oh, there's no fucking way I'm gonna do this. Like, how am I gonna do this?" This is the first time I've ever felt
I
that
don't
way.
know, maybe you should cut back on your super deluxe edition of Borderlands because I know you didn't buy the regular one.
Actually, I was good. I brought the regular edition, and it was only because Randy Pitchford, bless his soul, can't ever shut his fucking mouth and said something to the effect of, real fans will support the game for 100. Like, fuck you, Randy, okay? Dude, that guy's just a gold. I meant to do a stream, but like I said, I'm too busy writing a book, and Randy will say something stupid tomorrow. He'll still be there.
Okay, well,
Every
I
time he
was
goes,
just disappointed that when I saw the ad for it, and you see you get the regular version, the deluxe version, and the super deluxe version. At least in my opinion, each cover that is more expensive looks worse.
yes. Dude, I have no clue what's going on. But that, not to get too far off topic, that brings us to a point. So it's like when we get to those points where I do want to play it, Yeah, I know that feeling because it's like when you try to make and cut out a fun portion for yourself, it feels like you're taking away from something that
Yep.
needs to be done. And I can't imagine the stress because, like you said, people age out of K-pop at like 25, which is fucking
Yes.
ridiculous.
That's
And
why they
so,
have to work so much, because you only get at most 10 years.
Uh-huh.
and that's if you make it in the first, what, 4 or 5 years. You
Yep.
gotta like be
Well, I
great.
mean, it helps when you're hunting demons.
Well,
It- yeah, that is true. So yeah, I agree. I think it's a big problem, and not just with superstars either. I think people do tend to forget in our everyday lives. We don't even realize. That's the scary part about overworking yourself is there's not a clear point where you go, "Oh, I'm overworking myself." To you, it feels like an everyday routine.
Yep.
And you're not seeing how you're slipping into not giving yourself the time or proper mental rest or the sleep. God,
Yep.
sleep's another one.
Yep.
We were just joking about that, but seriously, like there is like even in my normal life, it's like I can do with 3 or 4 hours of sleep.
Yep.
I'll be fine. But you're
Bullshit
not.
if you only sleep 3 or 4 hours.
I mean, not for
Every
me.
time I've ever been there, you sleep longer than I do. It's not even
Why do you think I
close.
make a stream so I can get an hour and a half of sleep before we start? Like literally right before we start.
All right.
You do the same thing, PB. I know you're a bear. You go into hibernation.
All right.
Winter's
Back.
right around the corner.
All right.
All right, so we're starting now. I don't even know where I'm at.
I had to resume mine. It went into hard pause mode, so now I'm at 1456 into it. If you could tell me where that was at, Zod, 1456.
Um, she's singing by Amira. This does remind me though of like
I mean,
classic Disney.
okay, like to be a K-pop star, you only got to go around that little Chinese peninsula, so there's not a whole lot of travel involved. So, of the three of them, which character is the one who's the 25-year-old girl who aged out?
The purple hair. Ruby.
Okay.
Yeah, the lead.
So when they're in Korea, they sing in English?
No, that's for our benefits. Thank you, Netflix.
But can they sing in English? Like, this is still them singing, right?
Yeah.
So all of these songs have different words in Korea?
I would imagine so, but I don't know. I never researched it.
This is amazing.
Oh no, I'll get my Hero Academia copy.
Needs a little magic juice down the gullet.
All right, I guess sticking with anime theme, I had to get my Hero Academia copy.
I have a big styrofoam cup.
You know who this is? All Might. There's no need to fear.
Styrofoam's a great insulator,
Oh yeah, man, that thing
and I
stays.
appreciate the Earth for giving it to us. So what did she like lose her voice? What the hell was going on there? Because she could sing all the other words except for that word.
Yeah, I believe it doesn't she isn't she having
Oh
strain?
shit, son!
Did you miss it earlier when she showed her shoulders?
Well, yeah, but I was like, okay, so K-pop Hunters got lines on. That's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know
I
that
was
meant that she's supposed to be half demon.
I was gonna say something, but I was like, shit, he didn't notice. Shit.
No, that's why movies are so good to me, because I misinterpret everything, so then it's a surprise. Because this guy will sit here and watch a movie and he'll be like, all the clues were there. What the hell's wrong with you? I was like, yeah, but it could have meant this and it could have meant this. He's like, but it didn't.
I watched Strange Darling with him, and it was hilarious watching him not figure out anything in that movie. And it's like, oh, it's told at the end. Oh, I was like, yeah, didn't you? They're telling the
Which one
story.
was that? Which one was Strange Darling?
That was the one with the killer who you think it's the guy, but then they flipped it.
Oh,
Spoiler.
yeah.
And remember, you were like, they never hinted to that. I was like, PB, it was in they were the title cards. They're telling the story out of order.
Oh, that's not good. Red wave of energy? That's like demon energy.
You know, I think Red gets a very bad.
Agreed.
Of course Red gets a bad rap. Have you seen my red hats?
I mean, then again, I'm pretty sure you're a demon, so you're a ginger.
Yep, I'm about to be replaced by Disney.
Dude, I'm surprised they didn't replace Red Sonja. That was the only good thing about that movie. I was like, ginger representation in the most horrible movie of this year besides War of the Worlds.
What movie?
Red Sonja.
Like they did a remake?
Yeah.
Okay.
They poorly represented your people. Let me just put it to you that way. If there was hope, PB, you're not going to get cast in the K-pop sequel. Well, you might. You
never know.
They'll be like, oh, we have this great role. You're going to be the leader of the demons. You're going to have to learn how to sing, PB.
I mean, I assume this is something that can go on forever, like the Power Rangers.
Oh yeah. The marketability of this, they didn't even really scratch the surface.
Well, I mean, they can only go for so long. They gotta pass the power on to the next generation at some point.
Oh yeah, true. That was funny with the yellow head and the. I like this doctor person. He talks so slow. That is so true about doctors. They treat you like you're so stupid when they talk to you.
Mm-hmm. Well, he says something so important.
That doesn't happen to me, Zod. Are you sure that's not a you thing?
Dude, the woods doesn't count. I picture you having a doctor like Little House on the Prairie days when they did the house calls. Because no one will be able to fucking find their way through your forest. And folks, if you're new here and you don't know, PB literally lives out in the woods. Like, no joke, my GPS, it was all woods. His town is like in the center of it. It actually was quite impressive. It reminds me of like Children of the Corn or something. I'm pretty sure Jason Ford
got some type of eye disorder.
Dude, his eyes are super huge. This part did have me rolling. His eyes are super huge.
I love this part.
I like how he narrows the disappointment. Yeah, I did like this part too. Yeah, that's right.
I love how she's like, I know how to relax. Clearly. Yeah.
Did I will say that is a great statement on medical care because that is exactly the experience. They take an hour and a
You have
half.
you have a Korean doctor?
I wish I had that doctor, dude. I'd go to the hospital to get a checkup every day. That'd be a hilarious experience. Now, most people might not know this watching, but some of these characters were modeled after my physique. I said, sure, you can. I don't want any credit. I'm a fan of endorsing the arts. So you're welcome, Korea.
I want to see what all the deal is with the pictures of himself on the wall.
I've had that issue. I have literally popped out of shirts before. It's a problem. I've also had that
It's in the
happen to you,
box.
where the sunlight hits you just right, and you're walking, and your hair goes. You smile, you got that little thing in your teeth. Like, ting. Ah, the shoulder brush, smooth.
I think you're a heads up.
What happened to her eyeballs? Is corn a big thing?
I've done that slow, gentle. Take my hand.
Of course, she likes the one that actually looks Chinese. This is
Nerd.
not English.
Yeah, who likes those washboard abs? I'll tell you, no, no woman likes a guy who's tall, good looking with washboard abs. What kind of shenanigans is this? That's the only reason why
Dude, he
Jason
knocked
Momoa.
that bitch right on her ass, and now all of her frickin' Capri Suns are all over the place.
Yeah, and on top of that, has the nerve to sing about it after. What a dude,
Oh, damn.
dude. His aura just. I understand
What
though.
a gangster.
For
He
anybody
knocked a
who's this
little girl
handsome,
down.
this really speaks to the struggles we face every day being good looking. It's hard. It's an epidemic, and nobody thinks about how hot people feel.
I always walk towards the purple smoke.
I mean, I would. I'd be like,
Dude, I always do a dance number when I'm shopping in the streets. I can't get my groceries until I break out in a song.
you should have seen me when I went to that.
Dude, this is the only kind of music that can make soda pop sound like a magical experience.
Did they steal some of her drugs?
Hmm?
They stole some of her drugs.
He did.
Look, how bad can they be? They're giving
I don't know. I
presents.
think the previous song was better.
I did like the freestyle part. How progressive of you, PB. You're taking the ladies' side. I'm proud. We've made some real progress here today.
I just said the previous song was better. I mean, it's not like I can necessarily hear what the words are. Oh, you gotta
Yep.
kill these demons in public for sure.
Oh no, you definitely can't. Yeah.
Why not?
Because
Only the
for
K-pop
people
stars
randomly
know of the demon
disappearing,
existence?
yeah, they don't know about the existence of demons, obviously.
This looks like a fucking Pepsi commercial.
I
I
know,
love their battle ready thing they're doing right here.
right? It really does feel like a Pepsi commercial. Like a super.
Like, obviously they changed the color palette, but it totally reminds me of a Pepsi commercial.
You know what's hilarious? I feel like that's how Bitchy gets ready in the morning.
By doing a K-pop number?
No, the whole whoosh, whoosh.
No, he's not. He's not there yet. Zoe.
I have drank hot sauce, not with that
Oh, that's
thing.
how bitchy gets ready. I see now. You must be a little ahead of me.
Oh, I'm probably quite a bit ahead of you guys. Maybe I should go back a little bit.
I just got to the spicy challenge.
All right, I'll go back.
I will say, Huntress looks hot as fuck in their little outfits.
I'll just say it, all of them.
like, later when we get there, and she's like looking up at him, and she's got like her little like makeup on and everything. I'm just like, Ruby.
Oh, he saw the demon hunters.
Oh, good for Ella Purdue. Dude, I've seen people scream like that. Oh, that is such an annoying sound. Oh, it's like nails on a chalkboard. Stop it.
They had the slide ready and everything.
Dude, they should have had the slide being like, okay, I can't say this any other way, but lubricated so that you didn't have that.
Oh, they're so squeaky.
How am I still ahead of you, PB?
Huntrix just went in the balls.
Okay, I'm further than that. They just got their sword dillies and they're chasing them. God damn it.
Their backs are going to be totally fucked. But that was clever. They got them to bend all the way over and then they sped away. Like they got Jedi speed.
Dude, I like them running away. That's hilarious.
I think the demons
Dude,
are
bathhouses
sexy.
are not allowed here in the U.S. much anymore because of the epidemic.
They just look so hot.
Wow.
Like I can't even. The girls, by the way.
Dude, I just gotta say, abs, totally great distraction. That's like, see, I like music like this, where it's just a soundtrack in the background. Careful, you don't want to cut his washboard abs.
You can just hold the sword like that? What kind of magical crap is that? Oh, yeah. It's like fucking Blade.
Mm-hmm.
There is a lot. That's a great comparison. There is a lot of parallels between this and Blade.
Which I love, by the way.
My gosh, you can just toss it like that? What a fucking gangster.
Dude, I'm telling you, I have abs like that.
No one believes that.
Badass.
My demon hunter is getting ready for her showdown with somebody with abs. I don't know. She doesn't really need anybody with
They
abs right
just
over here.
stole that old man's soul. So what they need to do is get a bunch of gingers in town, and then the demons will have nothing to take.
True.
Oh yeah, Ginger
That's how
Towns.
you defeat the demon realm. Turn everybody ginger.
Like their plan has been revealed.
What the shit? They can just go to the demon realm whenever they want.
Be right back.
Yes.
Demons have no shame.
Apparently not.
Did she pause the movie?
I don't think so.
When did she leave?
She said she'll be right back.
Like after these messages?
I'm gathering so. So it's up to us now to carry on the torch.
Well, Bobby just came in from the elevator. Oh, Bobby likes the song too. Everybody likes the song.
Oh yeah, everybody likes Bobby. He's just a great guy.
They're amazing, but they suck. Did you pause the movie, Jackie?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Good. You left him in a kerfuffle. He wasn't sure what was happening. We just knew Bobby, the prince and the real hero of this story, was. Dude, I love this guy.
Bobby?
Yeah.
Bobby, they did such a good job with him. And let me just say, he's such a good manager.
Just so everyone knows, not a reflection of the actually industry managers, because those stories out there. No, that's the thing too. I do appreciate that because sometimes it really isn't the manager's fault. People forget, like they are beholden to the companies and stuff like that. Probably have more pressure because they're the go between. So
Those faces are 100% robot chicken faces.
Loving the energy. Everybody needs a good hype man like him.
Yeah, boy! It's all about branding.
I saw somebody said that they think it's because he already knows what she needs. It's not a tonic. And I love that plan.
That's terrifying.
I want one.
What the fuck?
dude, that is called marketing.
Holy shit.
I love this.
What the actual hell?
I'll give them one thing: the creatures they aren't as scary, but I love this little blue guy. I want his story.
I know, right? I read somewhere that it's a spirit and the reason why he's so upset about this potted plant is because he's actually not an evil spirit. He's here to make things right. And so that's why he gets so upset about this potted plant getting knocked over.
Dude, this cat he's special.
To me, I was
What
just like,
the fuck?
cat things.
Dude, everybody loves this. So many people got these plushies when they came out, dude. The stupidest thing
That
Netflix
is
did.
the cat from frickin' Alice in Wonderland.
The Cheshire Cat, yeah.
Dude, this one's more marketable though because Cheshire Cat, I'm pretty sure, is on heroin.
Fair.
How is that not marketable? People love heroin. Have you ever tried it?
Not personally.
Bless you. Bless you again.
And I bless you.
Thank you.
Are you okay?
My allergies are just kicking my ass.
Ah,
Yeah, there was a cat on there. Her allergies are acting up.
that's
Facts.
bad.
Dude,
Oh, she killed a mannequin.
sidebar. Allergy season has been out of control over here. Me and Bitchy have been dying. Especially at night. It is just terrible. I know, dear. You have to be better than me.
Dude, everybody loves teddy bears and choo-choo trains. Come on now.
Like, he interrupted her in the middle of the night. What did he expect?
He's got to do the old honeypot, as we used to call it in the biz.
Yes.
You know, give the tragic backstory, get the girl to fall in love with you. It's the oldest trick in the book, folks.
Works every time.
It does. You know, I can fix him. Bitch, you can wait.
I love his voice, though. Can I just say, this voice actor?
That's why his show is so popular. I don't swing that way, but I gotta say, he's definitely got the silky smooth.
Mm-hmm.
I was falling for him. I'm like, girl, you kind of kids can make it work.
Yeah.
You're part demon, he's all demon. You know, might have a half demon kid. There could be some potential there.
Who knows?
They'll have a nice throne. When we get past, I'll tell you my issues. I did have some issues with the character. We'll go into it later because you already know where I'm going with it. But yeah, that's the only thing about pacing as far as a quick show goes. Because I do think, especially with the other characters, because of how quickly this moves, you don't get to flesh out a lot of the people in this. And I do find them all pretty interesting.
Agreed.
So emotional.
That sounds like Bitchy when I don't do stuff. She's got the sword and everything. Right, love?
She's there.
She just said she loved me.
Even I know.
That's not what I heard.
6 years, folks. How do you do it? You pick your battles.
She was letting the
Speaking of
demon
which,
escape.
no,
This is a
that's
terrible
how I
hunter.
got this haircut. This was a battle I recently lost. So anybody who is out there who has a significant other, just know, pick your hills to die on. I tried and they sprung a trap. Trap, I tell you. Like that.
Who that age has a real dartboard where you have to add it yourself?
Dude, I hated this scene not because it isn't a good scene, but I hated this scene because those old people walking reminds me of the mall. They used to have this crowd of old people every day at fucking 7:45 when they knew the doors weren't even open yet, just to walk. Did they buy anything? No. And you're not walking. I don't care if you do your arms like this. That's not speed walking. It's walking mildly faster than a normal place. Ugh. Dude, that is the I let the little blue guy in. I'd adopt him.
Oh shit.
I like the I do like the parallels between them losing their relevance and losing the battle simultaneously. I think that that was done fairly well. I like the little dual meaning of that. As far as subtext goes, this does do that very, very smartly.
Yeah.
Because a movie like this could be obnoxious, like you get what they're referencing, but very smartly written.
Yep. Oh, I love this part.
That uh, that is so true about fans. I've done that during conventions. Funny story. That's how I'm gonna sign my autographs.
Oh my god.
The shipping
He just cries.
is so weird. I'm sorry if you guys ship out there, but I used to do it too, like way back in the day. I have my own Harry Potter fanfic, but
I ship you and PB together.
How do you
Would it have
evenly
to be
intermingle
Hermione
5 people and
Draco?
3 people? What?
hey, PB, did you hear Bitchy? She said she ships us. Joke's on her. We've already been a couple for years now.
Don't make me leave.
See, this is the problem, Jay. We need to use your channel for therapy because every time he always just inverts, never shares anything.
We could definitely schedule some sessions.
So is every demon used to be a human?
It doesn't ever really tell you, but I'm assuming that some of them are and some of them aren't, based on the way they look.
And based on the lore, if you look into the Korean lore with the demons and stuff like that, because I like a lot of K dramas with supernatural elements, and it's very some are just manifested, and then some are humans that made deals with demons or they did something bad. Their mythology is it's close, but not really. Some are the residuals. Some demons aren't actually bad. They're summoned when a wrongdoing is done, like vengeance or something. I'm gathering for this story, I put a large part of them are people who just lost their souls and then over time have turned into whatever those other things are.
They put her in a three-way.
And this cat is just adorable. It's a flower pot. Oh no, it's a trash can. I forgot. Trash can. It's like, hey,
Dun, dun, dun. I love that the cat just hangs out with her. It's like that's like her pet now.
I am still under the opinion that that cat is not evil. You cannot convince me. It is. one of those things. It's too adorable, and I'm not even a cat person, but I would totally adopt a teleporting blue cat.
Yeah, for sure. I want one. And the bird.
Dude, did you hear when they had the plushies? Those things sold out like immediately.
I didn't even know there was plushies.
Oh yeah, they have them now. They sold out like immediately as soon as the site put them up. They were gone
I'm not
because
surprised.
someone I know from around here got their kid one, and that's what I was saying, dude. That was the only mistake Netflix had. When you have an adorable creature in anything, always fucking start marketing it because even the worst Star Wars, how many BB-8s probably sold? That was the best part of,
7.
huh?
7.
Did you just say 7?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I figured.
Do you think that what? You think they sold less than 7 BB-8s?
Oh no, I was gonna say up that. That was probably like the first second they put it on the internet.
No, that was pre-sales.
So let's pause here for a second.
Okay.
Okay.
Pausing.
She looks all sad.
Yes.
She could have saved the day down the tiger tongue.
So the reason why I wanted to pause here is because I am enjoying this is gonna sound bad, but I'm enjoying the identity crisis that she's having, because all of this time she's thought one way and now she's seeing this perception of the other way. And when you have those situations in life that just throws a whole different, like you just feel like you've lived your entire life has been a lie, and you have to figure out how to parse that with what you now know, and having this like inner struggle within herself where she's trying to figure out like what is the right path. And up until this point, any song that they've ever written has been so empowering and so powerful, and now she's struggling because she's just like, I don't want to write this song. And now her best friend has come to her and is like, hey, like what the F? And she's just like, everything's fine, because now she's having this struggle where she can't trust herself, and now she's afraid to even trust her friends with what she now knows. And this whole time her friends don't know this whole other side of her that she is now being forced to explore and being thrown on that path of shadow work. And so the reason why I want to bring it up is one of the biggest things in life, other than revisiting your trauma and working through that, is sitting with your shadows and figuring out like, okay, what is my shadows? Like, what are my faults? What are my negative traits? And how can I sit with those shadows and embrace those shadows and move forward with them? Because like the doctor said earlier, in order to treat a part, you have to look at the whole. And so that's why I wanted to start with this movie specifically as part 1 is of this pod, is looking at yourself as the whole before going into the different bits and pieces. How is this making you guys feel as far as an identity crisis is going?
That's why I like to sit in the dark.
I was going to say, PB, you probably have the shortest answer.
There are no shadows when you sit in the dark.
Fair.
Very profound. Very profound. For me, probably watching this now more that I'm doing writing, my score might have been bumped up. Congratulations, because Campia made my score go down. Fuck you, Campia. You might make my score go up because first time around watching this, I wasn't in the position I am. But now, and even Bitchy has mentioned, I watch a lot of fucked up shit, especially at night. There is a particular reason why I do that. And anybody will come across this who, like, maybe you're not on my channel, you don't know the kind of things I cover. I like a lot of horror and stuff. My book is horror, and it's going to be connected universe.
Is that like a new genre that's similar to horror?
There's all sorts of horror genres.
Thank
There's
you
cosmic horror.
Thank you for getting it, Jackie.
Mine is I get what you're saying, you SLB. Anyways,
Well, just say the word horror.
mine is cosmic horror.
Like, what is HORA?
Oh my god, the logistics. Anyways, you get what I'm saying.
It's about the
So
horror.
with writing the kind of stuff I write, it's very dark subjects. So I've got to keep myself mentally
In the dark?
in a dark place because some of my best work, my best ideas come from things that are that people fear, that I might fear, that
Like the
are
Batman?
yeah, but Batman's more anyway, Batman's broody. When you like, for instance, like with Stephen King was a big time alcoholic for the first few years, and probably drugs and all sorts of shit, hallucinogenics and all sorts of stuff. But the reason why artists like me who do the things we do is because you have to live in that headspace for however long you're doing your story to really understand uh, your characters and be in the despair they would be in. With cosmic horror, it's worse because the horror isn't necessarily said for
The
people.
horror.
It's what they conjure in their minds. It's the unknown and not fully showing what the creature is, not fully showing what it is. It's too big for our minds to
Wait,
comprehend.
how do you show what the creature is in a book?
It's called imagination. I know you don't read much. Watch SpongeBob. Imagination. Anyways, so and I paint very vivid pictures in my works, and so getting
You're a
that deep,
painter too?
getting that deep, and exploring those themes.
So is this
It
like a
does.
high-end graphic novel if you painted all the pictures?
Oh my god, it's pictures of mine, PB. Pictures of mine. Anyways, but my point being
You
is
painted brains? I mean, that makes sense for horror.
getting into that headspace. I definitely understand this a lot more because it's difficult. And every night before I go to sleep, I watch some kind of horror movie or something to keep it in my head, so that I can wake up in that space and write down whatever I'm thinking about or wherever my story goes. But doing it for months and months at a time is really, really hard. And yeah, especially with the immense amount of pressure you're also putting on yourself on top of that to make a deadline, to do everything. People, the mental can break you down quicker. Like, people get amazed. Like, you can get colds, you can get burnt out just
Dude, I
because
just
your mind shuts down.
Right.
I just find it amazing that it's been hard for months and you didn't call the doctor after 4 hours.
PB, an
This
analysis.
is why I'm here, for your mental health.
Jay, he might be one of the reasons my mental health is in decline.
Well,
At least you can acknowledge that and admit it out loud, and we can start our session. No, I'm just kidding. No, but and that's such a really good perspective to have, because now that you're looking at this and seeing how far deeper going into the themes of the story, and you have a different appreciation of what's happening in the movie. And so I think that's really cool, and I think that's why I love this movie so much. Because of the fact that it does explore like a different, a lot. Like, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, this is kind of campy, this is kind of fun, this is kind of like, snappy, poppy, like, whatever. But then, like, as I dove more into like watching it a couple more times and actually paying attention and stuff like that, I started to have another appreciation for it too, because I was like, oh shit, this goes so deep. Like,
Especially for artists, it's very true to because you like me do writing, and it's very true because people like will read your book or whatever, they'll be like, oh, that's great, they're going to draw whatever conclusion they want to, which is one of the tough things, because whatever ending we give, people are inevitably, if you do a good job, are going to conjure their own ending. They might not like the ending you provide, and that's always a fear. You're tapping into people getting into your imagination, yes, but they're also using theirs to draw out what can't physically be seen, which I think writing is a harder medium than, say, television or stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, I'm not going to downplay scriptwriters. Like, we've all seen bad television
He's
shows.
not going to downplay them, but here comes the downplay. Go
But
ahead.
here comes the downplay. Yeah. But with writing, you have two big issues. And one is you got to draw people in. But once you draw people in, then you are having people.
Wait, are you
insert
writing
their-
or are you drawing?
It's a metaphor. Oh my God. So once you get them into the world, though, at that point, they're going to fill in a lot of things because they don't have the images we're trying to express. They're going based on our words. But especially people who think they know where the story is going, if you give them something different that they didn't imagine, that also hurts what you work on too. So it's really a double-edged sword because you're letting people into your world and into your way of thinking with their own mind, but sometimes they might not like what's at the end of that.
Yep.
Because they have their own preconceived notions. And I mean, a lot of it is in film too, but film's a visual media and people could just pick it up a lot easier and be like, okay, I could see where this is going. If you're a good writer, they won't. But on the whole, people can brace themselves. But when you're crafting and creating a world and you're trusting the individual person to follow you on that journey without inserting their own preconceived notions,
right,
when they get to the end, there's no guarantee they'll like where they end up. And that's also a big fear for people who write, is how are they going to feel even if I get them here? Like, are they going to stay here? Are they going to want to continue? People could love the hook, but if you don't leave a bad taste in their mouth at the ending, that could be just as bad as fucking up the beginning of it. So it's drawing them in, but it's also keeping them there. And that's really balancing act. And I imagine it's the same thing with the music and stuff like that. You have tons of people, one-hit wonders.
Yep.
You know, that got that one song we all love, know, and bop our heads to. But can you tell me anything else about the whole CD? No. You only got that single. And I think that's...
What's a CD?
Right. We're old.
Yeah, if you kids remember back in the days when we had them in our CDs, we had CD players too. You used to take the whole CD with you. None of this bullshit that you had to download and pay extra on your fucking service just so you can get a whole CD worth of tracks.
All right.
Get it together, YouTube. Anyways, where were we? I'm sorry.
Well, you're good. All right. Anything else before we push play?
No,
Nope.
I'm good.
Okay.
Let's go. Okay, so I don't know about you guys, but I'm on where she's like walking away from him on this.
She just put this person is at the store getting her soul sucked.
He just held up this blue thing.
I was just told the amount of missing person reports tripled.
Yeah, I'm pretty close to time with you, PB.
The cat just got to save the date.
She wants to be. She's late.
She's like a friggin' ninja.
She's so quiet.
It's a date.
You're so old.
What?
Huh. Sure, it's a business meeting. How many of us use that one? Well, probably
All I
not
have to do is win an award to save the world.
Well, not PB because he lives in the woods, so he's got opportunity and motive.
He sounds so manipulative. Like, oh, if you just want to save the world, help me get this award.
It's the live performance that's going to save the world, but
Hey now, you know, these looks could one day save the world.
Who?
Me, baby, me. General Zod.
Yeah, but you covered up the butter hair.
Yeah, there's less butter on the hair though, because it's
She thinks
short.
she's everyone's time. This bitch is high on herself, too, for having an identity crisis.
Dude, this old lady, where does she come from? Okay, I am getting serious PTSD flashbacks of old people. No offense to anybody who's like super old, but like they come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
They think that walking slightly faster than the average walk is speed walking. They're always there to like give you
They
now.
touched
Like,
each
where'd you
other.
come from? How did you get here? Do you have a life?
Seems like they want to touch each other other places now.
I know, right?
She's got that. They got that guilty look like kids have when they.
The cat is my favorite.
The cat likes it. He's into it.
The cat's like, hey, bro, we gotta hook them up. Oh, they don't deserve you. He's bringing sex. He is too kind for this world. Poor Bobby, man. They're always ghosting him. Poor guy. It must be hard to manage them. He is a little angel.
I know, right?
Where'd she get that unterrible paper?
I know, right?
Ooh, that's the wrong. I've gone and said stupid thing. That moment where you realize you said something dumb,
Yep.
and you're like, dude, I do like this kind of visual. If you guys have never seen Train to Busan, it kind of has that zombie vibe where they all over flood. Train to Busan. You guys ever seen that? Best zombie movie made in Korea. Oh, we gotta watch that. But yeah, this scene remind me of it because the zombies when they come out, they don't like walk. They run and they pile up together. And I know what people are gonna say. World War Z did it. No, they didn't do it before Train to Busan. That was before World War Z. Stop revising history.
World War Z did that.
I hate you so much.
Well, they did it. Nobody ever said who did it in order. It's like, what's more popular?
Train to Busan. Just because you're an American and you haven't seen it and you're uncultured, that doesn't mean it isn't popular. I'm gonna
Whoa,
make
whoa,
number
whoa,
one.
whoa, 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 whoa. Back the Train to Busan up.
See, this is the thing I like about the writing. The miscommunication here is understandable. It's the same reason why Blade would never tell people he's a half vampire. I
Right.
get it.
So, how are these random demons getting into the regular world?
Through that song is what I'm
This
guessing. It doesn't
the
really
song
explain.
is like a portal. Like in Korean myth in general, there's certain things that are kind of like a beacon. The beacon for them is their music. So whenever their music is playing, it weakens the
Awesome.
fabric of the worlds, or it's a MacGuffin, a very
Okay.
clever one.
Gosh, I really hope that they lose this award.
I I like how that works on two fronts. She's hoping they lose it because she's having a crisis.
Frickin' bird.
Yeah, Bitchy liked the bird, but if it, but she likes birds in
Wow, I'm
general.
so surprised by that.
I'm like, how can you think that thing looks cute?
I think it's cute.
I don't know, maybe they all look cute to her. She must have some type of bird blindness.
Bird blindness.
Can I just say that is a real problem, and people who would play a prank on someone with bird blindness are terrible people.
I agree. I was told it was a duck.
I thought it was a duck too.
Sounds totally quackers.
Is it not a duck?
I mean, I've never seen a duck in real life with what I presume is 8 eyes. Unless they're just on one side of its face.
They do harmonize quite well.
They didn't get there yet, guys. Only she has been singing so far.
How am I still ahead of you? I like me a good. It's not really rap. It's they're more singing faster, but you know I'm counting it as rap.
Sounds like K-rap.
It is. It's kind of what American R&B does. Well, who's the biggest one right now? I don't know. You kids will know.
Is there an
Or whatever.
un-American R&B? The fuck is American R&B?
It's very different from Korean R&B. This is Korean's version of our. Well, no, this is more their version of our pop music. But
These lyrics, though, man.
like I said, I got the soundtrack. It's a banger.
I like this whole them walking parallel to each other.
The visuals are very striking as far as when they're doing it to the music. That's very important in musicals. Unlike Amelia Perez, take notes because not a musical only works with aesthetics and if people can actually sing. You know, the sad part is the Oscars, even though no one watches them and they're a joke, they'll never nominate this. And honestly, it should be nominated over half of the shit I heard that was being brought up, which I shouldn't be surprised at this point. I really shouldn't be surprised. But when you put Amelia Perez on the ticket, you should be ashamed of yourself because this should definitely win over that. Hands down, without fucking question. And this is animated.
Yeah.
Proving all of Hollywood is brought and paid for, and why are you people still putting stock in the Oscars? It's ridiculous. Well, that's why they've had the lowest record numbers. But
like this part, I don't hear his voice. Power. Bro, just say it. Just say it. Just say it. Just say it. We know you feel it.
Oh, and
yeah,
she
bro.
fell to the floor.
In the words of a person we once knew, fuck them kids. That's basically what he did. Like, I get it, but am I too far off to think he still feels like Walter White to me? Like, I'm sorry. Once, maybe it's because well, being a parent. Like, once I saw that, I got a bros on the irredeemable. I don't care how good your washboard abs look, mister.
Well, I have questions about this.
Yeah, well, when we get to the, yeah, because I got some I think we might have the same questions. It's one of my nitpicks, but this is actually really good to where I could nitpick it. Hey, Keely, what's up? We're watching K-pop Demon Hunters, and we're talking about it as we watch it. A really good show. Netflix can make stuff when they want to.
Right. And we're just kind of breaking down different parts of it.
Not to mention, too, Keely, if you want to hear something wild, not that this is a surprise, but the Oscars are going to nominate Amelia Perez, and they won't put this up for a nomination. What a fucking joke Hollywood is these days. Well, it's partly Netflix's fault, too. That's why they had this in theaters, because they were trying to get it considered for an Oscar nomination. And I knew right away, I go, there's no way. You know how much money Sony probably had to pay them to get Spider-Verse in there that year? And they put them in a bullshit category. They didn't even give them animation. They put them in that fucking soundtrack, which is garbage. The other thing I brought up too that I really appreciate about this movie, this is the first movie I've watched. I watched this with my daughter, and this is like the first movie I feel that Disney's not doing, but this is one of those movies you can actually watch down with the kids. Like, remember back in the old days, and you can actually watch a movie and get something out of it, and the kids are just intrigued by the colors and the lights and everything. But you as an adult can sit down and watch it and not feel like you're being preached to.
Yep.
That's nice. But you still get those themes, and the Pixar used to do that.
Right. All right. Let's pause here for a second before we get into the
pausing.
last part of it. So, PB, what are you thinking?
Okay, I got to pause. It took a moment.
You're good.
I'm thinking that, I don't know, it's a demon love story.
It's a demon love story.
Unexpected.
Yeah. It's definitely I like how they're exploring the like darker, the kind of like little bit darker things of humanity, and the things that we do when we're in, you know, desperate measures. And it's a struggle for like this last little bit here of like, we're all going to sit here and be vulnerable together, but but I'm not going to tell you everything. I'm just going to, you know, talk about how I'm feeling. I'm not going to tell you everything. And I feel like it's hard when your friends are being vulnerable with you, but you refrain from being honest because you're still afraid, even though they're sitting here like, oh, you know, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. And, but with you, it's okay. And it's like, that would have been the moment. That would have been the moment to be like, hey, by the way, there's this thing about me that I should probably tell you.
Okay, unrelated, and people don't laugh at me when you hear this because it's a fucking great show and I'll die on that hill. But I've been watching The Summer I Turned Pretty. And half of the granted, if you watch shows like that, you know you're there for the drama. That's what the show is built on. But it is very true. Especially with young people. God, I shut up. But like with 20 somethings, right? Or teenagers, where it's like you look at the situations, and me and Bitchy were laughing about it because I got her to kind of watch some of it with me. Everything, she goes, God, young people suck. It's like, yeah, because everything can literally be figured out with a conversation. Her situation is slightly different. Like the whole I'm half demon when you hunt demons, that might be actually a good one where you kind of take to your grave. But on the whole, and I get the message, and it's something that is with everybody. It's like, just say it. Like, look, me and PB have been friends for this long because let me tell you, folks, PB has something to say. He's just going to say it. He does not care about your feelings or anybody else's feelings. If he's got to tell you something, He's going to tell you. And I appreciate that because a lot of arguments, a lot of disagreements, a lot of misunderstandings come from the fact of
People
holding
beating
things,
around the fucking bush.
holding things in, beating around the bush. And it's easier said than done to just be straight. But that's why me and Erica have worked out for as long as we have, because of the fact that Bitchy as well is very much like, hey, this is how I'm feeling. There you go.
Right.
And I appreciate that because I don't want to have to play 50 fucking questions to get to the bottom of it. I've got my own things to worry about. So it's something to be said that if people are your friends and they actually respect you for you, like these people on this panel, I consider like friends. If they know who you are and they like you, they will accept the answer, or they'll give you an answer that you need to hear or that's appropriate to hear. Like people can know when to scale back and be supportive, or they can get on you and you just got to give them time to process it. But if you wait, I will tell you, it is 20 times worse than if you just would have came out. And like you said, I think that does depict this very well, because especially if these are people who have been with you for as long as they have, or they've known you as long as they have, you deal with that. That sense of betrayal could be much harsher than if you just came out and tried to work it out together as friends. That's the whole point. If you can't tell your friend something and they don't give you advice, that's not a friend. That's just someone you mingle with. That could be a coworker. That could be someone you just casually know. But real friends will be there through the good times or the bad times. They will accept you for who you are, or I don't know if this is a very therapeutic way to say it, but fuck them.
Yep.
You don't need people like that.
Yeah. And it boils down to, people are always afraid that people are going to leave. Let them. That's the biggest message here. Let them.
You don't need people like that.
Exactly. Because it's a disservice to not only them, but you. I mean, the same can be said between Jinyu and Rumi. Like, Rumi's over here like, I don't know what's happening, but after I've been talking to you and getting to know you, my voice is healing. Like, and the reason that is because Jinyu is the only person that she can talk to aside from Celine, but we have issues with Celine that we'll discuss later. Fuck that bitch. Anyway, but Jinyu is the only person that she can really talk to about what she's going through right now, and he might not understand in the way that she's struggling, but he can understand some of it because it's similar but not the same. But with her voice healing, it's almost like embracing those dark parts of you that you're not okay with, and just being wholly yourself with somebody. And my husband and I have been together for 10 years. 10 years,
by the way,
as of September. And thank you. And we've been through some shit together. And I will never not tell him exactly how I'm feeling, and vice versa, because we got 10 years in this bitch. I'm just saying.
6 years here, and same boat where, Bitchy will get mad at me, but that's just because of how my father was, and PB went through some of that shit with me briefly. And because of how different family dynamics are, I have always felt, and that's why I respect PB, because even if I bullshit about something minor, he'll always call me out on it. But I appreciate that, because that's what friends are supposed to do. Yep. Friends are supposed to be able to be there to counsel you or to call you out on your nonsense. That's what a good friend will do, because they care about what you're doing, how you're perceiving yourself, and they know you, so that it's like, be yourself, and it makes it easier. That's how I built my channel on that too. Some persona, but a lot of it just coming out and saying how I felt. Like, there's some things now you can't talk about, and we can't talk about it because people are afraid to have that open dialogue. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on right now with that thing that happened. I don't want to bring it up here.
Yeah.
But everybody who's been on the internet knows what it is. And it's been I think it relates a lot to what we're talking about as far as mental health goes, because of the big divide, at least in the States. If you're from another country, you wouldn't know, but at least here, the big divide so politically has forced people into not communicating and being fucking civil and decent. There's been a lot of disgusting things said on the internet that have genuinely shocked me. Like, honestly, wishing someone's death. Like, as a society, we've gotten to a place where there are people literally celebrating somebody's death, and that scares me. And it all stems from lack of communicating. There's been so many pent up between this side and that side, media fueling it, that we're at a point where nobody's communicating with anyone. And if you can't even communicate with people you don't know over an internet, I can't even imagine what your life must be like with people who know you.
Right.
If that's what you're basing everything on.
Yep.
And it all comes back, I'm circling back around to K-pop Demon Hunter. That's a big thing. And I think that's an important thing people should take out of this too. We are losing communication with each other, communication with the people around us. There's an epidemic of people who can't fucking go out on a date anymore. I remember when you could go to a mall and ask somebody out. Nobody knows how to do that. Everybody's afraid because they don't know what someone's going to say. And it starts with talking. But nobody wants to talk civil. And that's the big thing. I don't have to like your opinions. As a matter of fact, me and PB constantly disagree. Some might just consider that as those not liking each other, but it's also the fun of what we do, and it's the fun of who we are as people. Like, our tastes are vastly different. We don't have to like the same things, though.
Right. And I'll make this point again later, but one of the biggest reasons I wanted to go over this for episode 1 is humanity. Not losing touch with humanity. Because if we lose our humanity, we lose everything.
And the scary part is we are losing that right now. Like, if you would have told me there might be a possibility of there being a civil war like 2, 3, 4 years ago, I would have cracked it up, chalked it up with the other crackpot theories that are out there about weird shit. But it's very real, and it's very happening in real time. I think a lot more people need to watch shit like this because it is all, at the end of the day, coming down to communication and nobody wanting to open dialogue, nobody wanting to hear their opinion is wrong. And guess what? You're not always right. Grow the fuck up. Like, that's the best I could put it. You've got to be willing. If you can give a critique, then you need to be willing to take that.
Yep. But anything else before we push play?
I don't know. Phoebe, you got anything? He was just floored with the riveting conversation. He's total agreement. He's like, Zod is right about everything.
I don't want to push play until I know that he's here.
Speaking of sleeping, he might have started his hibernation early.
But yeah, I mean, I could continue talking about humanity. Like with Jinyu, for instance, he wanting to forget the pain of his poor decisions, which I have questions about, by the way. Like, is that what really happened, or did Giwa change his perception of what happened?
I think it might be a little bit of both, but I do think he played a large role, especially considering the historical significance. Sometimes, and this is coming from the military perspective, there's a lot of shit that I've done. I don't know how deep you've gotten into it, but being in the detachment that I was in, doing things that necessarily may not be on record.
Yeah.
You have to make choices, and you have to live with those choices. And I don't talk about this often. I can't believe fucking K-pop Demon Hunters made me talk about it. But it's one of those things that, especially in a situation where you have to use weapons or anything else, and that's, I think, why this Charlie Kirk thing hit me so hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's the flippant way that people use around it's good this person died.
Yeah.
People throw it around, But unless you're on the other side of having to make that choice, I don't think anybody has the right to talk about or to talk like that.
Yeah.
Because the gravity and the impact, you can watch a million movies. You can watch all the horror movies you want to, but physically seeing it,
Yeah.
I think it's a disgusting thing to endorse.
Right.
And so going back to the character, I could see where making that decision would, even if circumstantially he had to do it because the kingdom, he was a soldier. That's
Yeah.
what you do. And like I said, there's a lot of things I'm seeing when I do the rewatch that I've been like, okay, maybe I was a little bit,
Yeah.
quick to do my review before I did a couple of more watches, what I normally do. But God, I'm so busy. But yeah, from that perspective, you can't question those orders, but you still have to sit with that guilt. Like,
Right.
people can tell you, oh, you were ordered to do this. It's not your fault. But I'm the one who did it. I'm the one who had to pull the trigger. I'm the one who had to make that choice, holding somebody's life. Yes, true. I was
Yeah.
given an order. I could have fucking said no. I could have dealt
Right.
with those consequences too. But then we go into realistically, it's like going back to World War II or any of them. Well, how many of those soldiers were not actually guilty? Like, yes, the Nazi Party was terrible, but how many were just people? Just people drafted, forced into it. Now you're on the front lines. Those soldiers, they'll shoot. Those commanders will shoot you.
Yeah.
Without question.
Right.
So yes, we get into moral complications, and that's why I think not everything is so simple. Not everything is so black and white. I do believe a large part of it was him being fed his guilt, but how the events played out, and plus too, they do hint that they kind of lose track of time, and as you get older, you remember events differently. But guilt like that, yeah, he probably did something super heinously, because even now with myself, you sit with that. Right. And no matter how many times somebody tells you it's not your fault, you didn't know, you had orders, whatever, you don't feel that way. And that's why when you look at a lot of Christian mythology and things like that, or not mythology, I'm a Christian, don't want to offend anyone who is, but I'm just saying any spiritual texts or anything like that, the worst punishment you can get, to me, is facing your own guilt, because you can punish yourself a hell of a lot better than anybody else can.
Yep.
And I think that's what's going on with him. His punishment is him kind of being forever in that headspace. And that, to me, is terrifying. That's the worst punishment. Like, show me the torture things or whatever. Yeah, but just sitting in a room by yourself, recounting everything, questioning your decisions, that is a way worse torture to me than anything that could probably be wrestled up. So I believe, maybe he clouded and misconceived some of it. Maybe he twisted the events, but at the end of the day, it comes down to you made the choice.
Exactly.
And that's the brilliant thing about, Christianity, or I don't know what they call it in Korea. I know it's something different, right? Everything is a self-punishment.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you're your own worst. You're the architect of the hell you put yourself into.
Right. Did we lose PB? PB, are you back?
Yep.
Okay, you're back. Okay. All right.
Good.
You ready to push play?
In a moment, it's on the little pause screen thing.
You what?
Just need a moment. I went to a little, like,
okay.
I don't know. It's not the loading screen, the standby screen or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, whenever you're ready, just let me know.
It's thinking. It's going. We got a Mount Rushmore in Korea?
Oh.
Wait, where are you at?
We're at
We
the
just started, at the Idol Awards. We just walked past each other backstage.
Okay. Are they performing the song right now or getting
No.
ready
Just
to?
about to.
They just passed the Sasha Boys.
Okay.
No. Oh, the Sasha Boys.
Definitely for us.
That's a lot of gold.
I love gold. Oh, is her voice gonna hold out?
Dude, I do gotta say the ladies have more bangers than the dudes.
Yep.
That's crazy that I didn't know before you told me that she wrote all the songs.
Yeah.
That's crazy that they're all bangers. You know they're kicking themselves for passing her up because this is like the hottest soundtrack. They must be pissed.
I cannot imagine. I would be so.
I think that's a good statement for like that industry in general because it's ridiculous to say someone's done it at like 25. That's so crazy to me. But it's even here true in the States. Like once a pop star gets a certain age, they have to change, and you notice it with everyone. Lady Gaga, Britney
Oh man,
Spears.
is this how it works in Korea? No, there's no safety equipment. You just hop on the ring and go.
PB, this is what happens when you don't have democracy. Okay, all right.
Good.
Let's just call a spade a spade. Here, I'm just saying, here in the U.S., our policies may not be the best, and we may be in a pretty shitty situation as it goes so far. But at least we have some safety standards. I mean, oh yeah, I forgot about this.
This is pretty sick though. Like this was smooth.
These look like demons.
Dude, that's some scary stuff.
I would be terrified. I would be like, what the? Oh my
You
God.
know, there's people in the crowd that are like, "This is the best show ever." And then there'd be me. I'd be like, "I paid $200 for these tickets. I don't care. Unless the stadium dome comes down, I'm staying in these seats.
You're
They're
right.
gonna have to. Security's gonna have to carry me out. You know, those tickets were expensive."
She feels so shameful. She wrote such a negative song.
She looked bad.
This is the example of when you tell your friends too late, and then everything is just not gonna sound good. It's just
Yep.
should be like, keep it simple. Be like, "Yep, this is a thing. You've known me. Make your own." Like the more you try to dig yourself out, the just
Yeah.
She's a demon.
you didn't see this one coming, did you, PB? Okay, that's not demon activity. Bitchy does that to me at least once a week. She's like, clean the bed. I'm like, what's this purple shit around here?
Like none of this sounds good, Ruby. None of this sounds good.
Oh, your little chastity has crowns. Why don't we have crowns? I'm jealous.
Yeah, murder your friend.
Look, here's the thing. When all else fails, you've got to just get rid of the witnesses. I'm sorry, folks. I've been in a dark place for like a month now. So if I say some out of ordinary things I'm writing, I don't really think this. PB's a ginger, so I can't, account for him. But
I feel like at this point I would be like, okay, can we handle this later? The shit was almost gold. Like,
that's also when me and Pitchy argue.
Yeah, this guy's got it figured out.
I love how he didn't even move when she was like, "Ugh."
It's a washboard abs. There's power in that. See, he took the best approach when a lady is that emotional, and you got to disappear into the ether. Give her some time. Don't continue arguing, guys. The more you know. The last thing you're gonna do is make a point. Walk away. Learn when to just let them have it. Give a person space. Come back later. Discuss. Don't try to argue your point. Trust me, does not work. You end up with your hair cut. Bobby, you're an
Oh,
angel.
she turned to the
You
dark
did
side. She's got
nothing wrong.
Anakin eyes.
Dude, this guy's an angel. He did nothing wrong. True tragedy. Hashtag justice for Bobby.
Facts.
Oh,
He's a
Huntrix sucks.
I love how PB's getting into it. He's like, this is garbage. We need our girls to get back together. Don't let that out in.
Yeah. There you go, Bobby.
They're
He doesn't have to be alone.
do or do not. There is no try. The Sifs only deal in absolutes. A lot of parallels here. And there's a tree. Hopefully, Yoda the Menace doesn't burn that down.
That's right.
Yeah, this is
no family for you, bitch.
This is a point, and maybe this is my own childhood trauma talking, but this is a point where you say, thanks, Mom, or thanks, Dad. So glad you irreparably ruined my life. Appreciate it, and didn't say anything.
This bitch.
Oh, shit. But I can't fix shit.
Bro, this is the perfect example of parents leaving you shit and then like bouncing and then you having to figure it out. Generational trauma. We've all been there. Anybody who
We'll get into it.
Yeah.
PB doesn't know. PB's got like the picture perfect Walton's lifestyle.
It was
I
more
said
like
that
Little
very,
House on the Prairie.
yeah, I say that very bitterly, PB. Damn you and your healthy relationship with your folks. Us who've had terrible broken homes.
I will say she looks badass with that eye, though. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that is. She got a very It's like Nick Fury, only without an eye patch.
Yeah, why doesn't she just wear makeup on her arms? Or get tattoos?
Here's an interesting question that maybe it's silly, but I just thought of. What if somebody just got a tattoo because they thought it would look cool? Like they got that design.
Right?
And then you just see like these demon hunter chicks. She's like, you gotta die. And you're just like, I was drunk and it was a.
We're gonna pause after this little bitty section.
We're going to pause after what?
Never mind. We can wait till the other movie.
At the stadium here when they're doing
She just left the Tree of Wonder.
I'm to the stadium. They're all jumping and screaming.
Okay.
I'm not at the stadium. Almost. Yep. It's close. It's real close.
We can
okay,
wait.
You want to pause there?
Do you want to pause here or you want to wait till the end of the movie?
But we can pause it.
Okay. Just because then we're going to roll right into the ending. All right. So.
I have 24 minutes and 9 seconds left.
Close enough. So I wanted to pause here before we get into like the best part of the movie, in my opinion. So, this is what I mean by do your fucking shadow work. So do your inner, like all that inner hatred, all that inner anger, all of that inner work, and just making sure that you are at peace with yourself, so that way you don't have these whispers of self-doubt and these whispers of manipulation that are going to mess with you. The biggest thing here for me personally is overcoming that, those self-limiting beliefs. Like her whole life she's been fighting against this shame, fighting against this demon half of her, and just fighting and fighting and fighting. And so now she's hit that breaking point where everything just culminates and explodes, and now everything's fucking falling apart, and she's like, I don't know what to do. You should have just ended me. And now she's like, I'm just done. Where if she would have just came to peace, came to terms with herself, told her friends what was going on, she would have been able to just overcome all of this stuff. But she didn't.
Other way.
Huh?
If she would have told her friends right away that she was a demon, she could have been saved by now.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I definitely, sorry, I'm fighting my inner demons right now.
Take some Pepto, guy.
So, you could use your imagination. Anyways, this is what I use to fight my inner demons. But yeah, I totally get that. So, what we were talking about earlier, like serious stuff. It's very true. I got to a point I didn't like to work. I think it was when I started working at the dojo was when being around kids and opening myself back up made it easier. And it's tough every day when you do things.
Wow. PB, your connection is awful all of a sudden.
That's because I went outside for a smoke and I had to leave my phone inside to charge. Is it better now?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Okay, don't expose yourself. No opening yourself to children.
So, no, like I was saying, it was that I was closing down instead of doing the work. Now doing the work, and I've talked about some stuff in my past with Bitchy, and she works through it. It's a lot easier. So I think, and folks, whatever you're going through, it's not a one-day thing. Just don't think because you wake up one day and you're feeling good that, oh, you're cured, because that's not how it works. It might be a lifelong thing. with the shit that I've done, it will never leave me. It will always be there. I always have a bad dream here or there. It's just the getting to the everyday, and this part is the part of there's a difference between her acceptance is fucking I'm gonna watch the world burn, that
Yep.
you don't want to get to that one.
Nope.
Because yeah, you're accepting it, but that's that negative. You're not working
Yeah, but
through it. You're
But
letting
Alfred told me that some people just like to watch the world burn.
True.
Oh, that's a different acceptance. You don't want to go that route.
Yeah, I mean, really, honestly, at the end of the day, the people always talk about, oh yeah, resilience, go through, build it up, or whatever. People don't like to talk about the fact that it fucking sucks, and
They don't want to talk about the work. It's the work,
and it's awful. But I promise you, if you do the work and you work through it and you deal with the trauma and you deal with all your negatives and you sit with your shadows and you embrace your shadows, you learn from your shadows, I promise you it's worth it. And you get that ascension, I promise you it'll be better. You just got to do it. And that's all I wanted to say. And also, F that bitch Celine, because she lied to that girl all her life and made her feel like there was something wrong with her, and there ain't shit wrong with her. That's all I want to say.
Oh yeah,
She's a demon.
Yeah, and not every demon needs to be framed as evil. Because we all got demons inside.
Have we learned nothing from Blade? I mean,
I
and he
learned a
was
couple
screwed
things from
twice.
Blade.
He was a black vampire, so he had it worse, man.
Anyways,
He got two discriminations there. So if Blade can do the work, we can all do the work.
we're gonna roll into my two favorite songs.
Yes, these are the best ones.
All right.
You ready, PB?
I'm not ready yet.
Okay.
Okay, because I want to see your little icon.
Zod has more to say.
Well, no, yeah, now that we're doing there, you know who didn't do the work? Batman. Look at Batman. That's what happens if you sit and brood. Don't brood. Don't be like, I am so lonely. Y'all saw Lego Batman. He's not happy. No, but seriously, one more thing. I think too, and the thing that I like about this movie more than most things, and I'm glad we're getting out of this, but we were going through a phase where they were popularizing the broody like it was sexy and stuff, the avoiding your issues. We've seen it, Twilight, all of them, where it's played as mysterious or whatever. And look, yes, some people like that mysterious thing. Part of the reasons why I got bitchy 6 years running, but it's also a sign of you not wanting to deal with your issues. That's why they're so mysterious and so broody. And you're not projecting it on anyone else, but you're eating yourself alive, basically. And so
Whoa. Eating yourself alive like Pizza the Hut?
No, like an ulcer.
Okay, that's a little different. At least Pizza the Hut tastes delicious.
Yeah, so it's like I think that it's also nice to see something that isn't making something like this. I think their mental health things that they're talking about, basically, they're tackling it appropriately, because that's what it is like.
Mhm.
It's not the cool isolation where like, oh, I got all the chicks or whatever.
Mhm.
It's like seeing that, like when she's just like that breaking point, that is very relatable, because that is how it is. It's not sexy, it's not fun, it's
Mhm.
ugly, and it's messy. And I hated this trend of making it like it's a cool thing. Basically, mental health is cool. If you have issues, just power through it. You'll get like this way to go, you can do it kind of mentality. And like, look, 13 Reasons Why I got a lot of shit. I'm not going to comment on the other ones. Let's just talk season 1. I personally thought that one season did tackle it and did show the ugliness, especially that scene, the infamous scene that they removed. Shame on you, Netflix. But anyways, because I think it made a point, because nothing about that scene is glamorous. And that is with mental health, when you're dealing with those things, nothing is glamorous. Bitchy has issues. she's depressed. You guys don't know she's depressed. She deals with anxiety. It is ugly.
Yeah.
She wakes up. She's the most beautiful person I've ever met. And to have the person you love tell themselves that they look ugly, and no matter how much you tell them they don't feel that way. And I got a very, very staggering insight because I'm narcissistic. I'm fine with that. I don't look at myself and go, you don't look ugly. Even if I look jacked up, I'm like, damn, working it. But there are people who don't feel that way. How hard is it that no matter what you do, you could change your hair, you could change your nails, you can change your shirt 15 times. You don't feel beautiful. And that's what people need to understand. This is not just something power through. You can work through it. You can do it. If they don't feel that way, nothing is going to change that. They've got to feel it on the inside. And I like that that this movie actually tackles that. It's not just dressed up like she changes her clothes, now she feels better. That's not how the real world works. That's not how people work. You can't just brush it aside. You can't just, okay, now I feel good.
Yeah.
You ready, PB, man?
I told you he had more to say.
All right.
Yes, I'm ready. You had way more to say.
All right.
Okay, here we go. Finale, 3, 2, 1.
Saja boys, Saja boys.
Now, PB, I don't want to see your icon dancing, okay?
Oh, if we could do that, it would.
Dude, I'll even say the guys track in this one, this is probably the biggest banger they got the whole. Well, like, they really did save the best for last.
I mean, they had to.
Dude, I'd be playing this, like, on the way to work.
Oh, they're here for my soul. Joke's on them.
Did the song already start for you?
Yeah?
Oh.
How far behind
It's
are you?
hilarious because if PB was in the crowd, he'd be the only one bopping, like looking around going, hey, what's going on? He'd be like, what's going on with this guy? He's got the thing and he knows it's working. He's like, ha, you haven't met an American ginger.
This choreography, though. This choreography.
I do have to say the one thing I can praise, even if I don't like the people, the artwork in the background is amazing. The colors, the color palette, even though red is very overused, I like their use of it, how it fans out. It's very visually striking.
I mean, you can definitely tell that they spent more time on the models for the main characters than the crowd.
Oh yeah. And you could definitely tell they saved a lot of the budget for this.
I feel like they kind of stole that from Green Lantern.
That I will say, banger of a line. Like you have what does Perp say? Quotables? That's a quotable right there.
So we can make a new one.
I like the the transfer from the gold, and then her colors turn blue, which signifies it wasn't evil the whole time. Let's not jump the gun.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when Blade gets his fangs out. He's not gonna bite you. It's just in battle mode.
So now she's a solo artist?
No, we saw that with Destiny's Child. That doesn't work. They're gonna get the band back together.
I mean, you would have thought that these other two girls would have VIP tickets and wouldn't just randomly be in the crowd.
Right. Oh, I love that line.
Their greatest special effects performance ever.
I know. Can you imagine being in this?
Everybody in the crowd is just like, this is the best concert
Ever.
People would be talking about this for years with their kids.
Bobby's like, I don't know what my girls are doing, but I love them.
In my headcanon, they wouldn't have taken Bobby's soul. He's too pure for this world.
Aren't those the souls that they want the most?
True.
So did they just like, are they coming up with this song on the fly?
Yep. Freestyle.
See, this is the difference between a talented artist, though, because some people just got it. PB, they got it.
I know, that's like those comedians that like rap about the stuff that the crowd has told them.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Seen a couple of guys that were doing that, and they're fucking hilarious. Dude, she needs to go Super Saiyan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she needs to pull the Goku out for this one.
Toss a little Kamehameha wave his way. Looks like Vegeta's about to turn.
Yep.
Every fucking time, man.
I'm not gonna lie, this part got me a little bit. I'm not like completely in my feels, but yeah. Come on, y'all should have seen this coming. The hot guy always makes a sacrifice once
Oh
again.
man, the emotional weight.
If you say emotional weight one more time, I swear, mister.
What
You know, he
score
still
did
uses
John
that.
Campea
He
give
still
this
uses
movie?
emotional weight. Sorry, I know this is an emotional moment, but
This part right here, I like to call. Now she's fucking pissed.
dude, it's like when Bitchy gets mad at me. No stopping her, let me tell you.
I thought
Don't you know Kung Fu?
And now we're in Tron somehow.
I will say this is one of the most beautiful scenes. Very well shot. Like,
It's very like Final Fantasy X, like Yuna summoning, like feeling. Like,
I don't know. You say
yeah, like
that
that.
it's very well shot, like it's a real camera guy.
uh-huh. And I think it's cool with like all the souls.
Oh, I see what they did. They didn't go Kamehameha way. There's a spirit bomb.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wasn't it fucking nighttime?
Yep. The demons brought the darkness, and now they brought the light back. And
It's pearlescent.
Bobby's gonna be fucking rich. because that performance would be talked about for years. That would be like behind the music. They said they were fighting not only real demons but personal demons. That guy. Was it real? Was it a hoax? We'll never know. This is so true about when you finally finish something and you just take that moment to relax is like the best moment ever. I took that break to play Borderlands where I was like, oh, this is so nice. Which, by the way, banger, don't play it if you have a PC. It'll blow up your computer. No, there's no joke in that. Randy Pitchford, what a legend, just comes out and goes, better computer. Get a better computer, nerd.
This is so real. Three best friends just so glad they didn't die.
We've all been there.
And I love that she's just walking around just free. She's just like, yeah.
I get that a lot. It's like, oh my god, okay, I love you guys too, but so
How do they not have an entourage?
we'll get an entourage, PB. Don't you worry. The real winner there is the Blue Cat. Thank God nothing happened to him. We love you. All right. I'm gonna turn my off. I listened to some
K-pop demon hunters.
Yeah, I gotta.
Okay, good. They did turn them into the Powerpuff Girls because I was getting that vibe too.
Yeah, I gotta end pretty quickly because my son is here running around. So, final thoughts, PB. This is your first time watching. What'd you think?
I thought it was pretty good. I was very entertained.
Yeah. Oh, it just makes me feel good. I just love it. I think the messaging was really good. I think it was really important, and again, addressing the whole before you address the part, I think was so important. Just like the doctor said, I think that it was very good to kind of have a journey where you accept yourself wholly. I feel like we don't have a lot of movies or shows that really accurately depict that properly. I think we have a lot of shows and stuff that try, but I think that this one was the first one in a long time for me. You know me, I don't watch movies, I don't watch shows, I don't do any of that. So this literally took me by surprise. So the fact that I even watched it was like, yeah, you're welcome.
Well, I'm
So
on
why
the
don't
opposite.
you like this movie, Zod?
I'm on the opposite end. I watched tons of this stuff. My first critiques, I may have to. This might be the first the property I do a re-critique on and bump it up higher. I think this is more in the 8, possibly 9 territory. Now that I've
I was gonna
rewatched,
say 8.
because when I was looking to it before, I was doing it as a critique, and as you critique someone, you have to separate yourself. But really digging deep with you guys and making this about mental health, I feel too, at least in the past 10 years, and I watch a lot of stuff. I did a ranking on 17 movies in just 1 month that I watched. And I can honestly say, out of everything I've watched, whether it be horror or animation or action, the mental health of it, like they want to do it. The only other thing I could say that I rewatched last night that's really good with it is Hannibal. Also dealt with that too, and Will Graham being a profiler.
Mm-hmm.
That was really about diving into the character's mental state and what they live with. But you don't have a lot of shows like that. You don't have a lot of things where they get into what it is like, what the feelings are. Now, if I had one critique, the ending does go briskly, and she does kind of come to that resolution. I get it. You only got like, 20, 30 minutes. You got to have your big battle. I do think the resolution feels just a tad rushed, but overall, the breaking it down, the way people perceived it, the accepting yourself, I think it sends out a lot of positive messaging that we just aren't getting these days. We're not getting anything healthy for the mind or the soul. There's so much shit that comes out. It's either stuff you already know that they're trying to tweak to market it and make money, and that's soulless within itself. Or you get something original and it's so hateful and spiteful and bleak, and it's like every now and again it's good to have a light, a something that I missed the things where you used to be able to watch them and fucking feel good about yourself at the end. Like I paused the summer I turned pretty, the final episode, to watch this. I don't know what that's going to be like, but I was even commenting on that. They were doing a very healthy people moving with their relationships and moving on with their lives, and I think I like that show too because they don't depict these things. They're not depicting for our kids, and it's putting younger kids into this mindset of being so afraid that they're attached to their electronic devices. And I deal with this with my daughter, even despite my constant monitoring. Her mother was in, her grandparents, so I'm in this weird middle place. So I'm kind of in this half-ass in between, and I notice it too, where like the young man she met was online, seems like a good kid, talk to him, and is lucky, but that people want to meet that way because nobody wants to have physical interactions or connect with people and talk to people face to face. And it's good to see a product like this. I think that's why it's subliminally connected with everyone. Because people, like, there is adults I've talked to who watch this, adult grown ass people who have watched this several times. I know they use their kid as an excuse, but they've watched it several times because it hits them, because it reminds us of the days that Disney and Pixar used to do this shit. Disney and Pixar used to put out things like this where you would feel good. You got your message, but you felt good at the end of it. And it gave you some kind of fucking message of hope. And I think we need that now. I think honestly, we need more of those things than what is being put out into the world right now, because we're in a very crucial time. And I think the numbers for this shows. I mean, look at the box office. The fucking box office is atrocious this year, and theaters are in a very bad spot. We had 2 theaters here close,
Oof.
which is crazy. And one of them that closed right near me was a high-end, fancy, upscale one, went bankrupt. And it's because Hollywood is not putting out things that are originating, and people are just like, well, why take my kids out, go through that experience where I could just watch K-pop Demon Hunters at home?
Well, I think that when they release the sequel, I think they're going to try and put it in theaters.
I think Netflix has a very weird contract. I think they'll give it a limited run, but they won't do a wide release, and that's a shame because I think releasing this, that could be beneficial for the theaters and just beneficial for the industry in general. But the industry doesn't want to go towards this. Yeah. And that's like when we're talking about our mental health thing, right? And I think that's why it's resonating with us so much. They don't want to go towards this. They don't want to actually give a shit we want to watch. Yeah. It's the same Jurassic Park 16 fucking Afterbirth, the fucking worst movie I saw this year, and yet that's going to make a fucking $1 billion. Let me give you an example. Okay, you take this and then Lilo and Stitch. That remake was God. I am so pissed. And people
about it too. I haven't even watched it.
It almost made $1 billion, and the sad part is the new generation is going to think that's the version. I go, no, go watch the anime. There's no. I forgot the word for it, but the family thing they always say.
Ohana?
Yeah, they totally fucked that up with the ending of the movie. And a lot of Lilo and Stitch fans were mad about it. And don't get me wrong, the animation was good, but the things they took out, it strips the story of its meaning. And it could have been a way for Disney to put out their own thing that they already fucking own.
Yep.
And that message that we're missing. And I think that still just made $1 billion because people are tired of seeing shit that they're taking a gamble on. Yep. Same with Jurassic Park. I can't fucking for the life of me understand those those numbers, but it makes sense because people want to see big, dumb, fun dinosaurs. It's
Yep.
simple. They can take their kids to see it. There's big, and they'll be mildly intrigued because you got the action or whatever.
Right.
And that's where we're at. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we need more of that because at the end of the day, everybody's just in such a negative headspace. And when you're going to the news and you're seeing, by the way, rest in peace to Charlie Kirk, who that terrible thing happened to him, and my condolences to the family for that. That is fucking terrible.
Right.
But with that whole thing, right? Just that response scared the shit out of me when doing this because of how it's so intrinsically linked to entertainment.
Yeah.
And I think that's why this movie resonates with so many people, is because people, with everything going on, they want a nice positive message. And I'm glad to leave on an upbeat note, and hopefully the Summer I Turn Pretty ends. If Conrad doesn't end up with Bella, I'm gonna be a fucking wreck.
Oh
I
no.
tell you right now, he went to Paris to pursue her. See, this is what I've turned to. This is what I've turned to because the world is so fucking crazy right now. I'm watching soaps.
So the last two things. So the three most important messages that came from this movie for me was, the first one is nobody gets to decide if you're hopeless except for you, and I thought that was very powerful. Love yourself completely and wholly. All the parts, good, bad, ugly, dark, light, doesn't matter. Every single part of you. And people don't have power over us. We give it to them. So we need to take it back, which is also my favorite quote from the show Lucifer, which is on Netflix. And I live by that. And I've lived by that ever since I heard Dr. Linda Martin say it on that damn show, because it's so true. And you could see it with Guima, because Jinu was so close. He was so close when he couldn't hear Guima's voice. And then all of a sudden he gets dragged down and gets just inflamed with his shame again because Guima's an asshole. And, and so those are the three most important messages from that movie, and also from this first episode of this podcast. I really hope that you enjoyed it. PB and Zod's links are both down below. Also wanted to shameless plug my book, Writer's Melody. It is out. It is available. I still have 2 copies on hand if you want to buy directly from me. They are $20. I will give you a book box that has a bunch of shit in it. Zod has a book that he's going to be releasing in the near future. Follow his channel for more updates, or get with me and I'll give you an update if he lets me. And PB, what do you have going on? Anything good? Anything exciting? You guys have anything going on?
I have absolutely nothing going on. Life is so great.
Okay, that's fine. All right. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. I hope you enjoyed this first episode. I love this movie, and I hope that it meant something to you and that you resonated with some part of this. And come back soon. Bye. Maybe if I can end the stream.